In a world where it can sometimes feel like everyone who speaks about AI is an expert on the subject matter, we've come across a man who says he wants to basically simplify the language for other South Africans, other Africans, and other people in various parts of the world, perhaps, who approach him in order to take up business opportunities. I'm talking about Deon de Klerk. He's traveled all the way from Cape Town to Johannesburg to be at this year's AI Expo Africa and joins us now on AI TV. Deon, good to have you with us. So,
awesome, thank you.
You want to, as I was saying, simplify the language around AI. What is driving that pursuit for you?
Well, I think my experience in software and in AI this last year, seeing how people are going about it, and even a bit in the expo is like the terms getting used. You know, we're talking about data sovereignty, we're talking about cybersecurity, and it's incredible. But I mean, we live in South Africa. You know, we got millions and millions of people. We need to help engage AI, teach them what it can do for you, and we're not going to be able to do it while we use words like that. So our passion is to train workforce, companies, departments on the basics, like non-technical people, get them excited about AI. And to get them excited about AI, you're not going to necessarily teach them how to be more secure in how they engage stuff. Like,
right.
You know, it's not. I'm not saying it's not important, but we need to simplify the terminologies and the approach to it, in my opinion.
And you do this through your company. You're founder of Mindful Machines, right? So as you come into an entity, how do you even begin then to approach the subject? For instance, an environment where people are already intimidated because they hear terminology that can sometimes feel foreign, and therefore they don't even want to touch a product, a service, precisely because it feels intimidating.
That's exactly what we love. So we want to go in. We call it. We want to demystify AI. So we start with training. We start with non-technical introduction to artificial intelligence. A bit of background. Where does AI come from? But then basic, like, how do you prompt? Like, what is a good prompting principle? Then we do audits for companies. So we come in. We do surveys and interviews with the whole company, from ground level up to Exco, to understand the processes and to be able to give them reporting on what can they use to optimize and to automate.
And where do you often find the greatest pockets of knowledge and understanding as you go through the different levels in these organizations?
Do you mean like in the organization?
Yes, because sometimes we assume, for instance, that someone who's got a bigger title knows more than maybe the guy who works in an office downstairs.
Yeah, I think it varies. I think you get a lot of young people that comes in who are knowledgeable and they're keen to go and use it, but there are also the loose cannons that you have to watch out for and kind of show them what's a responsible way to use it. But then you get a lot of. I spoke to a lady here that's I think 60-ish year old, but Afrikaans lady. She started vibe coding.
Oh,
you know, I'm like, wow, that is incredible. You know, and you get people more in the executive management level. You get the people that are willing to like start playing around with things. You know, so it does vary.
And implementation then, what is the best way to go about implementation and introduction of some of the concepts? Does it work, for instance, when it's a top-down approach?
No, we love the bottom-up approach. So we want to start at the bottom. We believe it's really important that people are excited about AI, or even if the ones that are scared, that are worried, is it going to take my job? We want to empower them by showing them that no, it's not going to take your job, but it can make you more creative. It can make you more productive. So we want to start at the bottom, and maybe at the end we can get to a place where we say, listen, we can build a solution for you. But starting this process at the bottom, it just works, because you build a relationship, you start building trust. Once you get to building stuff, you know how the company operates and where you can do what, which is, in my opinion, just a great process. I love the process.
And you've been in the space, the industry, for many years. You've only just started Mindful Machines, I think you said it was about a year and a bit. You're now at this expo this year. I wonder if it's left you feeling more energized in terms of the possibilities that are out there? Because they feel infinite from the people that I've been speaking to.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited. We met some great people. What's exciting for me is to see that there are so many companies coming here. They don't have a clue what to do. They're in this world of AI. The CEO told them, you have to go to this thing. You have to now implement AI in the next 6 months, which is crazy, I think. But it's scary, and AI is vast. It's big. It's gray areas. There's tools, millions of tools.
But there's also Deon who can help.
Yeah, there's also Deon who can help. But that's the exciting thing. I spoke to another person that actually came to us and said, like, we need someone to hold our hands here. We need someone to hold our hands in this process of understanding and taking us through this process. And we obviously love holding hands. So
it must also, though, be energizing to be among other people who are trying their hand at different things in the space. And, a lot of it is trial and error, but you can make connections ultimately that can help you in some way.
100%. I just had an hour conversation with a guy from, I think it's Beta Analytics. A guy from Zimbabwe came here, broke down walls to start a company. Incredible. He was so inspiring to me. He gave me a half an hour inspirational lesson on, keep on grinding. They built an incredible learning platform with AI, and it's inspirational, 100%. Yeah.
And what do you see then as the future for mindful machines in the space?
So we want to be one of the, I don't want to sound arrogant, but we want to be one of the thought leaders on what's happening in AI and how to make it accessible and approachable for people.
And we wish you all of the best in that endeavor.
Awesome.
Deon, next time we catch up with you, the 9th AI Expo Africa.
Do that.
Hopefully you'll have a good story to tell. In fact, I know you will. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Deon de Klerk from Mindful Machines, based in Cape Town, but spreading their wings right across South Africa.